Welcome to today's teleeducation class. So today we are going to learn functional English. So let's see what will be today's topic of discussion. Today's topic of discussion will be tenses. So as you all have learned earlier that what is tenses? Tenses is an action showing time. Okay. So as we have already learned in our previous classes that there are basically three types of tenses. The first one is present tense, the second one is past tense, and the third one is future tense. So today in our class, we are going to discuss about present tense. Now this present tense is divided into four parts. That is simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. So today's topic of discussion will be simple present tense, which is also known as simple present tense is also known as present indefinite tense. Okay. So dear students, what you can see on the screen, we can see on the screen a teacher. Let's see what she is saying on the screen. So we can see that she is writing something. Now look at the sentence carefully that she is writing. Okay. So what is she writing? She is writing, I teach English. So there will be certain sentences coming on the screen. So your point is that you have to look at the sentences carefully. Okay. So let's see now what the teacher is saying to the students. Have a look. What is she saying? She is saying, I teach English. Now, what is the teacher saying? What do I do? This is a sentence. The teacher is asking the students, what do I do? Now, you look at the screen. The students, they are replying. Okay, now we'll have a two reply from two different students. The first reply which came up from a student is, you teach English, madam. So this is one sentence. I'll repeat once again. You teach English, madam. And the second one is, see, have a look at the sentence. Kamala madam teaches English. Okay, so these are the two different kinds of sentences. Have a look at the sentences carefully in order to understand simple present tense. Okay. So another sentence is coming up on your screen. Have a look. I like to collect stamps and coins. Then you see, we can see on the screen the teacher. What is she is asking? She is asking, what does Karthik like to do? So as we have already seen in the screen, what does Karthik like to do? I like to collect stamps and coins. That was the answer, isn't it? So next you see what's coming up on the screen. The answer of this question will be, Karthik likes to collect stamps and coins. Now look at the sentence carefully. This sentence is under simple present tense. Okay. So we'll have a proper look at the sentences by and by. We keep on discussing. I hope till here your concept about the simple present tense, which is also known as present indefinite tense, is clear till here. Okay. So let's go to the next screen. So we see another sentence coming up on the screen, that is, I run and exercise every day. So this is something a person which does on a regular basis. Okay. So then you see, again the teacher here is asking, what does Hari do every day? Now the answer to this question is, what does Hari do every day? Hari runs and exercises every day. Okay. Have a look at the sentence carefully. What does Hari do every day? Hari runs and exercises every day. So this sentence is in simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Okay. You can say any one. We'll use here simple present tense. Okay. Dear students. Now let's go to the next screen. The sun rises in the east. So this is what? Sun rises in the east. This is what? This is a universal truth. Yes or no? Yes, this is a universal truth. That means it happens regularly and it doesn't change. Okay, it's a general truth. Now let's see what the teacher is asking. He is healthy and fit. So look at the two sentences carefully. The sun rises in the east. He is healthy and fit. Okay. So have a look. They are healthy and fit. So there are three sentences on your screen. I'll repeat once again. The first sentence is the sun rises in the east. This is what? This is universal truth, or you can say general truth also. Point number two, the sentence number two is he is healthy and fit. And sentence number three is they are healthy and fit. Okay. I have a car. Have a look at the sentences carefully to understand how the sentences in simple present tense look like. I have a car. He has a car. And they have a car. Okay. So now here in the screen, we will see certain sentences popping up which we have discussed earlier. Okay. So your duty should be to have a look at each and every sentences carefully. Okay. So the first point, the first sentence that is coming up on the screen is I teach English. Did you remember the teacher was writing on a blackboard this sentence, I teach English? Okay. Number two is I like to collect stamps and coins. Number three, I run and exercise every day. I have a car. They have a car. He has a car. Sun rises in the east. He is healthy and fit. They are healthy and fit. So once again, I would like to repeat the sentences again. I teach English. I like to collect stamps and coins. I run and exercise every day. I have a car. They have a car. He has a car. Sun rises in the east. He is healthy and fit. They are healthy and fit. So these sentences are basically in present tense. So see, the verbs here are underlined. So here in the first sentence, the verb is I teach English. Here, teach is the main verb, okay? And in the second sentence, have a look. I like to collect stamps and coins. So here, like is the main verb, okay? Another sentence, you see, I run and exercise every day. So run and exercise. So these two are the main verbs, okay? I have a car. This is the be verb we are using. They have a car. Another be verb. He has a car. Another be verb. So sun rises in the east. So rise is basically a verb, main verb, and with rise, one s is added. So that is, it becomes rises. Okay. So sun rises in the east. S or es is added. So he is healthy and fit. So is another be verb which we are using here in this sentence. They are healthy and fit. So this is another be verb that we are using in the sentences. I hope these sentences are clear to you all. Very good. So now we'll go to the next screen. So see here, one sentence is written here that all the verbs that we have discussed in each and every sentences is that all the verbs is in a base form. You know what is base form? That means the first form of verb. When a verb is in the first form, we call it that the verbs are in a base form. Whenever the verb is in the first form, we call it the verb is in a base form. Okay. I hope this much is clear to you all. Very good. Now let's go to the next screen. So here also another, sentences will be coming up on your screen. So look at the sentences carefully to understand present tense, simple present tense. Okay. So I'll read out the sentences. Kamala madam teaches English. Karthik likes to collect stamps and coins. Hari runs and exercises every day. So look at the sentences carefully. So these sentences, what they are doing is that you look at the verb, with all the verb either s or es is collected. Okay, s or es is added. So here the main verb is In the first sentence, the main verb is teach, and with teach, the word es is added. Okay, Kamala madam teaches English. With that means teach was a main verb, and with main verb es is added. Okay, look at the next sentence. Karthik likes to collect stamps and coins. So in the second sentence, no s or es is added, only the verb is in it's a main verb. Now have a look at the third sentence. Hari runs and exercises every day. So exercises, es is added. Okay. So I hope till here the concept of simple present tense is clear to all of you. Okay, great. Now see, one more sentence is coming on your screen, that is, verbs are in base form plus s or es in the ending. So here we are basically trying to teach you how the sentences in simple present tense is formed. Okay, so first point will be the verb will be in a base form, that means verb will be in a first form, and with the first form of verb, s or es will be added in the ending of the verb. Okay, did you understand till here? Okay, great. Now next, so as we were discussing that today's topic of discussion will be simple present tense. Having a look at the the previous sentences, I hope you all have got the idea or a grasp about what simple present tense is. So have a look. So the points to be noted is that in simple present tense, the verb is always in a first form, which we can also say that the verb is in a base form. Okay. Next you see base form means we call it V1. Okay. So in the sentence structure of simple present tense is subject plus V1, that means first form of verb plus s or es, that means with the verb at the end of a sentence there will be s or es, okay, or ies, then plus object. Okay, this will complete the entire sentence. So this is how you can just note it down. This is how the simple present tense sentences are formed. This is the sentence structure of simple present tense. Okay, so I'm just repeating once again to make you all give you all a clear idea about simple present tense. So the first point is the verb will be in a base form, and what will be the verb on a base form? That is, the verb will be V1. Okay, so first point is there will be subject plus V1, and with V1 there will be s or es or ies plus object. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Great. Now have a look in the next sentence. It is about simple present tense. So here some sentences will be coming up on the screen. So we'll have a look at the how simple present tense looks like, the sentence structure which I have taught you all earlier. So you will just look at the sentence structure and match the sentence structure and the sentence. You have to keep two things in mind. First is the sentence structure, the sentence structure, and the second one is how, according to the sentence structure, the sentences are formed. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Great. So have a look at the first sentence that is coming up on the screen. That is, I teach English. So what does it indicate? So I teach English. An English teacher will be teaching English regularly, isn't it? So I teach English. This is a regular action. So one more thing important I would like to discuss with you all is that when to use simple present tense. I have taught you the sentence structure. Now I'll be teaching you the usage. That means when simple present tense sentences are used. Okay. So what does it indicate? Follow the indication very carefully. Okay, you might need it. So I teach English. What is I teach English? This sentence is a regular action. So simple present tense applies when anything that we do regularly. So what do you all do regularly? You brush your teeth regularly? Yes or no? So that is a regular action. So that is in simple present tense. So similarly, this sentence, I teach English, it's a regular action. Okay. Now another sentence coming up on your screen, and what does it indicate? I like to collect stamps and coins. So what does it indicate? It indicates a hobby. That means which you like to do on a leisure time, on a free time, we like to do, isn't it? So first sentence is I teach English. It's a regular action with something which we do regularly. Okay. And the second sentence is saying I like to collect stamps and coins. That's a hobby. Next you see I run and exercise every day. So what is it saying? It's saying it's a habit. Next you see, I am healthy and fit. What does it indicate? It indicates characteristics. Next you see, I have a car. Now what does it indicate? It indicates possession. Then the next sentence is the sun rises in the east. What does it indicate? It indicates universal truth. Next you see, practice makes a man perfect. Okay. What does it indicate? It indicates proverb. Okay. So these are the following sentences that you have come. Okay. So have a look at the sentences. I would like to repeat the sentences again. In simple present tense, what does it indicate? It indicates the following things. What does simple present tense indicates? Okay. So whenever you are making a sentence, always keep in mind what does simple present tense particularly indicates. Okay. First point, it indicates a regular action. Then it indicates universal truth. And what does it indicate? It indicates, a proverb. It indicates a possession. These are the following things. Uh, these are the following things that indicates. Okay. So next you see, we have certain sentences on the screen. That is, I teach in school. I like to collect stamps. I run and exercise every day. I have a car. So here I is highlighted. So here I is the first person singular number. So in tenses, when we teach tenses, I hope you all know what is first person. First person is, that means here I am speaking to you all. That means I is the first person. You all are listening. Okay. You all are listening, right? So you will be the second person and they are doing some sort of activities. They will be the third person. This will be the third person. So have a look. I teach in school. I like to collect stamps. I run and exercise every day. I have a car. That is first person singular number. Okay. So have a look in the screen. So here also you see the teach, like, run, exercise, have. These all are in base form. Okay. Now another sentences, those are coming up on the screen. That is, Kamala madam teaches English. Karthik likes to collect stamps and coins. Stamps and coins. Hari runs and exercises every day. So you see here, Kamala madam, Karthik, Hari, what are all these? These are subjects. Okay. So these are actually told as, along with subject, these are what? These are third person singular. Okay. So look at the verbs along with the main verb, that is when the verb is in B1 form, that is in a base form, with the verb S or ES is attached. So you can see teach becomes teaches, likes becomes likes, run becomes runs, exercise becomes exercises. Okay. I hope till here it's clear. So have a look at the sentence structure. Verb in base plus S or ES in the ending. So I hope you could relate what I am trying to tell you all. There will be subject plus verb will be in the first form or in the base form. Then with the main verb, there will be S or ES in the ending. And then plus object. Okay, object is sometimes mandatory and sometimes not. You cannot use sometimes. Okay. So there is a, look at the table here. So in the table, what do you see? There's a subject pronoun and there is a verb form to be used. Okay. So we'll look at the sentences here. So what is coming? I, we, you, they. So what are these? These are the verbs which is in the first form. Okay. Next you see he, she, it. What is this? Verb V1 plus S plus ES plus IES. Now I'll tell you one thing. When the subject pronoun, that is I, we, you, they. So when these are there in the beginning, you have to use first form of verb. Okay, only V1. And when the subject pronoun is he, she, it, then what you are to use along with first form of verb or the base form of verb, you are to use S, ES or IES. Okay, I hope it's clear to you all till here. Great. Next you see, so there are certain filling the blanks with the correct form of verbs. Okay, so you are to fill in the blanks with certain correct form of verbs. She often dash go to work by bus. So can you fill in the blanks? What will it be? Go is there. So what it will be? Along with go, it will be es. Since she is there, we'll use with the verb es, s or es. Okay. So here since this go is given in the bracket, so it will become goes. Next you see another example, another exercise is coming up, that is I dash work at the bank. Okay. So what it will be? It's given I. So I will not change since it's first person singular number, it will not change. So work will remain work. Another exercise is coming up. You can see she dash live with her, she dash leave with her parents. So she is third person singular number. So it will become with leave, S will be included. So it will become leaves. Okay. I hope you understood till here. Okay. Another exercise is coming up. Cow dash feet on grass. So what it will be? Cow feeds on grass. Okay. See, cow feeds on grass. So I hope with the exercise you are getting much more clear grasp of the simple present tense. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Let's see what's coming up next. He dash earn a handsome salary. So he is what? Third person singular number. So you have to use along with earn, you have to use what? Yes, you have to use S. Okay. So you see here, he earns a handsome salary. Okay. So next you have a look. There are certain filling the blanks. So you have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of verbs. So have a look at the first sentence. Aarti and her husband dash live in Singapore. So Aarti and her husband, it will be what? What will be the answer? The answer will be live in Singapore. Rohan and Sania dash. Rohan and Sania like to play card games. Okay. Next you see London dash be in England. Okay. So London is there as a subject, so it will be is. Be verb will be using, it will be is. Then the next exercise coming up on the screen is he dash have a big apartment. So it's have is there in the bracket. Then what will be the answer? He is there. Third person singular number. So it will become has. He has a big apartment. Okay. Another exercise. I dash work hard. So I is first person singular number. So what will you be using? Work will not change. Neither S, neither ES will be added since the sentence subject is in first person singular number. So only work will remain work. Okay. Another exercise. I dash go to the city once a week. So I is again first person singular number, no s, no es. Okay, remember one thing, first person singular number, verb will be always in first form or in base form, no s or es. Okay, so go, I go to the city once a week. There will be no changes. I go to the city once a week. I hope this much is clear to all of you. Very good. So now you can see something coming up on the screen. You can see three friends. So do you water the plants every day? She's asking a question to her friend. I water the plants every day. So have a look at the sentences carefully. I water the plants every day. I do not water the plants every day. So one was asking, do you water the plants every day? Then one person said that I water the plants every day. Another one is saying that I do not water the plants every day. So, do you go to the city? What is she asking? Look at the sentences carefully. Dear students, please have a look at the sentences carefully. What is she saying? Do you go to the city? Now, what is the reply? I do not go to the city. Do not means what? The sentence is in a negative form. Okay? I go to the city usually. Okay? So look at the answers. Another sentence coming up in the screen. Do you know how to make models from clay? Yes, I know making models from clay. The answer is yes, I know making models from clay. This is what? The sentence is in a positive form. Next you see another sentence. I don't know how to make models from clay. Okay. So now we have the sentences, we have questions on one side and we'll be having the answers on the other side. Okay. So first let us have a look at the questions. What are the questions? Do you water the plants every day? Do you go to the city usually? Do you know how to make models from clay? Next, these all are sentences are there in question mark. That means these all are interrogative sentences. Okay. Now these all are in question form. Look at the sentences carefully. These sentences are what? These are in a question form. Now look at the answers of these questions. I water the plants every day. I go to the city usually. I know how to make models from clay. Okay. So these answers are in a positive form. These answers are not in a negative form. The answer is what? In a yes form. When somebody asks you a question and you answer the question in a yes form, that is in a positive form, we call it a positive form. So have a look at the, I repeat, have a look at the sentences carefully. I water the plants every day. I go to the city usually. I know how to make models from clay. Now there will be another set of answers. These will be negative. Okay, have a look. I do not water the plants every day. I don't go to the city usually. I don't know how to make models from clay. So these are what? These are the sentences which are answered in a negative form. So why we call it negative form? Because there it is do not, don't, these kinds of words are used. Okay, these kinds of words are used. So are in a negative form. Okay. So have a look at the sentence structure. The sentence structure below given here is do oblique does. That means the question format is in a do or does form. Okay. Plus subject is added plus first form of verb is added. Now in the answer you see when you answer the question in the positive form, then there will be subject plus the verb will be in a base form or we call it V1. Okay. So as you have already seen, the sentences are already in a positive form. That is, I water the plants every day. I go to the city usually. I know how to make models from clay. Now, but when the sentences you are turning it into a negative form, that is subject plus do or does plus not plus V1. So this is basically a subject sentence structure when you turn an interrogative question into a, when you turn an interrogative question form into a simple present tense structure, that is also you are turning it into a negative sentences. Okay. So what is the sentence structure? The sentence structure is subject plus do or does plus not plus first form of verb. Okay. So you see here, do or does is underlined, plus subject is highlighted, plus verb will be in the first form. You can note it down. It will be very useful for all of you. Note down the sentence structures. Okay. So when the sentence structure is in a question form, the sentence structure will be do oblique does plus subject, then verb will be in the first form or in the base form. And when you are answering the question form sentences in a positive form, what will be, when the sentences is in a positive sentence, then what will be the sentence structure? The sentence structure will be subject plus V1 plus S or ES plus object. Okay. And when the answer will be in a negative form, what it will be? It will be subject plus do oblique does plus not plus V1. Okay. I hope this much is clear to all of you. Next, you see what's coming up on the screen. Form negative sentences and questions for the following. They play football. The first question coming up is they play football. So you have to turn it into a negative sentence. Okay. Form negative sentences and questions for the following. So this sentence is in a positive form. They play football. This is in a positive form. You have to turn this sentence into a negative sentence, as well as you have to turn this sentence into a question format. That means into an interrogative sentence. Okay. So let's see. When you are turning they play football into a negative sentence, the answer will be they don't play football. Okay. Do don't will be a negative part. So as I have already told you, do not or don't will be used in the sentence structure. So they don't play football. This is another one. And here you see, as it is highlighted, don't is also highlighted. And now when you are turning the sentence, the positive sentence, they play football, into a question form, what will be the question form of this sentence? It will be, do they play football? Okay. So could you make out the differences? Okay, great. Now you see, do here is highlighted and one question mark is also given. So I hope this much is clear to all of you. Okay. Next, you see what's coming up on the sentence on the screen. So question number 2 is, she works in the bank. Now this sentence is in a positive sentence, and what you are to do, you are to change the positive sentence into a negative sentence and into a question form. So how will you change it? She works in the bank. She does not work in the bank. When you are turning the sentence, she works in the bank, into a negative sentence, then it will be, she does not work in the bank. Next, you see, does she work in a bank? This is a sentence when you are turning it into a question form or into a interrogative sentence. Okay. Next, you see question number 3 is coming. Suresh dances well on the stage. Suresh dances well on the stage. So this is a positive sentence, and you have to turn these sentences into negative and question form. So as you have done earlier with the two sentences, the same thing you are to do now. So you have to turn the sentences into negative and question form. So first we'll turn the sentence into negative. Okay. So let's see what it comes. Have a look. Suresh does not dance well on the stage. Doesn't dance well on the stage. And when you are turning it into a question form, what does it comes? Does Suresh dance well on the stage? This is in a question form. So there are basically three sentences in your screen. The first sentence, Suresh dances well on the stage. This is in a positive form. Second one is Suresh doesn't dance well on the stage. This is in a negative form. And the third sentence, does Suresh dance well on the stage? This is what? This is in a question form. So I hope you have understood till here. Great. So now we'll come to the now we'll discuss the summary what we have discussed in our entire discussion. So today we have spoken about simple present tense, sentence structure, positive sentences, negative sentences, question form. These are the things which we have discussed and various examples related to this. Okay, so have a look. What is simple present tense? It is used to express regular action. So remember, I have told you about what simple present tense indicates. Yes. So simple present tense, it expresses regular actions. That means something that we do regularly. Hobbies. That means suppose if you like to play music or if you like to play, football. So this is something which comes under hobbies. It expresses hobbies. Then habits. Habits, that means something some action when we do on a regular basis. Okay. Then characteristics. Possession, something that is yours. Okay. Let's say suppose the pen is yours. Okay. That is a possession. Universal truth. I discussed the sentence. Did you remember? The sun rises in the east. That's the universal truth. This kind of sentences usually comes under universal truth. And also it discusses about the proverbs. Practice makes a man perfect. You remember the sentence? These sentences I have already discussed. So simple present tense usually is used to express regular actions, hobbies, characteristics, possession, universal truths, proverbs, etc. Okay. So I teach English, regular action. Then I like to collect stamps and coins. This is a hobby. Then I run and exercise every day. This is a habit. Okay. Then I am healthy and fit. This is what? A characteristic. Now I have a car. This is what? This is a possession. The sun rises in the east. As I told you, it's come under universal truth, or you can also say general truth. Now there is a table. Look at the following table. I run and exercise every day. This is a sentence. Here I is in the first person singular number and the verb is in the base form. That means run and exercise is in the base form, that is V1 form. Okay. No S or no ES is added. Okay. So that is when there is I, that means first person singular number is there. Then in the verb there will be no changes, no S or no ES will be added. The verb will remain the same. Okay. It will remain in the V1 or in the base form. Okay. Next you see another example. Hari runs and exercises every day. Now Hari is in the third person singular number. Okay. So third person singular number, here verb is in base form, but you have to add S or ES at the end of the sentence. So have a look. Hari runs and exercises every day. So with run is a V1 form and at the end S is added, and with exercise, what it is added? It is added exercises. That means S and ES is added. That means in verb is in the base form and at the end S or ES is added. Okay. So positive and negative sentences. I water the plants every day. Negative sentence, I do not water the plants every day. Do you water the plants every day? So these are the three things which we have already discussed: positive, negative and question form sentences. Then they play football. Another example, they play football. They don't play football. Do they play football? So these are the three things which we have already discussed with examples. Another sentence coming up, I can make models from clay. I cannot make models from clay. This is a negative sentence. And in question form, what do you do? Can you make models from clay? This is a 3. This is in a question form. Okay. So I hope whatever we have discussed in today's class is clear to all of you. So I hope you have enjoyed today's class. Thank you.